In 2005, Bob Spitz, former manager of Bruce Springsteen, released an extensive account of one of the most legendary rock and roll bands in history. Despite the abundance of Beatles literature already available, his book, The Beatles, a Biography, has emerged as a new standard due to his unparalleled access to previously uninterviewed individuals and his meticulous research. While some critics have noted numerous factual errors in the voluminous tome, its extensive footnotes, well-organized index, and abundant photo sections render Spitz's work a valuable reference. The book is structured into three main sections. Part 1, titled Mercy, delves into the band's origins, tracing the childhoods of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr in post-war Liverpool. Spitz recounts their initial meetings, formation as a band, and early rise to prominence, blending widely known facts with insights gleaned from extensive research, including 1960s fanzines, Brian Epstein's diary excerpts, architectural details of Lennon's home, and radio interview transcripts. Unflinchingly, Spitz portrays the band's imperfections, detailing their ruthless dismissal of former members like Stuart Sutcliffe and Pete Best, as well as their reliance on heavy amphetamines during their Hamburg performances. In Part 2, Mania, the narrative ascends to the zenith of the Beatles' fame, chronicling their meteoric rise to chart-topping success in Britain, the United States, and beyond. Here, too, Spitz presents the familiar tales of the Beatles, such as their iconic appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show and their introduction to marijuana by Bob Dylan. He meticulously sifts through the plethora of anecdotes from that era, discerning fact from fiction. Particularly compelling are the revelations behind the scenes. Novice manager Brian Epstein's bungling of business matters as he navigated his role, all four members' struggles with sexually transmitted infections in the 1960s, Paul's near marriage to the pregnant Dot Rohn, who ultimately miscarried and was subsequently jilted just as the Beatles were on the brink of stardom, and the band's thorough experimentation with drugs. This section also delves into the aftermath of fame. As the Beatles skyrocket to stardom, they find themselves increasingly isolated from their adoring fans, forced to spend much of their time holed up in hotel rooms to evade the throngs clamoring for glimpses of them. Complicated escape plans become necessary to avoid potentially dangerous situations post-performance. As their aspirations for fame and fortune materialize, the complexities of superstardom compel the band to cease live performances and withdraw from their fan base. The final segment, Mastery, explores the band's legacy and their enduring influence on music. Despite the dissolution of their interpersonal relationships, how were they able to produce such exceptional music? Here, Spitz examines approximately 20 of the Beatles' songs, delving into their composition, lyrical inspiration, sonic qualities, and impact on listeners. He also delves into the intricate and profoundly productive partnership between John and Paul, showcasing how their divergent personalities and styles harmonized to create profound art throughout their collaboration. Spitz underscores the profound bonds forged among the Beatles, suggesting that even amidst their inability to tolerate each other's presence, a unique form of love persisted. What sets this Beatles history apart is the intimate collaboration between Spitz and Paul McCartney. McCartney not only agreed to assist the author, but also encouraged individuals associated with him to share their untold stories. Consequently, Spitz engaged with over 650 people, lending the book a sense of comprehensive insight, albeit without the cooperation of John Lennon's wife, Yoko Ono, who concurrently published her own account. While the book maintains a comprehensive approach devoid of sensationalism, as Spitz himself clarified, it lacks scandalous revelations or salacious anecdotes. Despite its overwhelmingly positive reception upon release, marked by David Bower's glowing review for the Associated Press lauding its readability and scholarly depth, the book's factual inaccuracies have irked Beatles enthusiasts, much to Spitz's chagrin. One such instance saw an editor of a Beatles fan site compiling a meticulous list of errors, prompting Spitz to dismissively retort, "You need an enema. Really, do something useful with your life." I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.